Hello, hello! This is Chaff Commander Coffee, back with another episode of Dominions4 Thrones of Ascension. Now, it has been a very long time since I last uploaded. I did say in one of my comments to a new subscriber, hello very much to you for joining in on the channel, that I've had a few life things going on, but hopefully, or I say hopefully, they are more or less all sorted. So, not to bore anyone with details, but I should now be coming back into doing the Dominions4 campaign and hopefully continuing with that trend, starting a few new series. I won't spoil any of the surprises about what I'm going to do, but it is to follow on with the trend of a current release or a new piece of news at Gamescom of Age of Empires 4. Now, I was a really big fan of Age of Empires, I still am, and I will be doing my next series on something. It isn't Age of Empires, the next series will not be, but it is to do with Age of Empires. So if you're interested in that kind of game, stay tuned. I will be trying to push through and finish this Dominions4 campaign first. So if you're interested, keep an eye out on the channel. It will be within the next week or so. You should start seeing the first few videos come up. On that line of thought, I will also be trying to stream this next series. I will be putting recordings up on YouTube still, but I will be trying to do some more live streaming, and in that I will be trying to sort of refurbish my YouTube channel, because let's be honest, it's not very informative. There's no schedule, there's no real information there. So I'm going to try and actually make it look a bit more like I've actually put some effort into it, because I haven't really so much right now, and that's not really good enough. So I'll get that sorted. Right, but for now, we have Dominions4 to get on with. Now, this is late spring of year 7, so we're getting into the late game now, but I'm not sure how long that late game will last, because as you can see, we'll just do a quick count of the Thrones of Ascension that we currently own. We have 6 points there, 7, 8 points already, so we just need another 4. Now, I don't want to spoil anything that happens, so we'll go through the messages of this turn, but I don't think we've got that long to go before we've got those final 4 points. And as I said, I will be trying to push through and finish this campaign more or less fairly quickly. That doesn't mean I'm going to rush anything. Like, we'll still do it in good time. But yes, this campaign is coming to an end, and it has been very fun. And let's see if we can't make it a little bit more spectacular before we finish. So, on to the messages. Right. Revdinator the Bane has claimed the throne of Gaia in the name of Tuavate. Okay, now the throne of Gaia, I'm fairly sure. Let me just check. That should be statistics. Thrones of Ascension. It's a 2-point throne. So, and I believe that particular nation is on the other side of the water. Yes, it's over here. So it's either this throne or this throne. So we won't be looking at conquering the throne of Gaia anytime soon. Alright, we'll come back to that. Ridwani has cast Bind Succubus. I can't actually remember what I was going to do with that. Let me think. Is it something to do with the throne down here, perhaps? I don't think I can seduce a Titan of Heaven. So I'm not quite sure what I was going to do with that, but never mind, we have a succubus lying around now. I mean, at the very least, it's another... I think they have blood... I'm sure they have some blood magic. or some sort. Deathlight has cast Create Revenant, as before, continuing to build up our sort of collection of death mages, so we can start using those death gems we have access to. Eriadu has cast Dark Knowledge and has not found any new sites. This is no problem. Oh, there's a dire portent. Annabelle, the Master of Fate, Master of the Barge of Heaven, King of Men's Fates, the Vessel of Might, the Morning Star, has cast a global enchantment. Now that could be rather problematic, but we'll take a look at that in a moment. So I believe that's the second global enchantment cast, because the first one we countered by casting Eyes of Oedipus? Fate of Oedipus. Fate of Oedipus. And we stopped that one rather quickly. Right, Orgias has cast Gnome Lore and found no new magic sites. Urathu has cast Dark Knowledge, no new magic sites. Bakari has cast Harrow Specs, no new magic sites. And Kimya has found one magic site in Runia, so we're going to go quickly take a look at that. We found the Druid's Grave, which is 1 extra nature gem per turn, bringing our total to 10 nature gems. Not bad. Right, let's continue. Lots of blood slave hunting. I'll have to go through these provinces very quickly. Just take a look at their unrest. There's none here, so that's fine. In Duvan, 24 unrest, not too bad. We'll carry on blood hunting there. Ooh, lots of unrest in Saltnaham. They can go back to research for a few turns. Let's take a look in Brightgate. No unrest there, so we can carry on with that. And in Mexico, no unrest there, so we can carry on more or less across the board blood hunting. Hark! Our hero Hark was the victim of an assassination attempt. Now, I don't think this is going to go very well for the assassin, because Hark is quite heavily geared up and ready to fight. So, we've got a Turnus, a foul spawn assassin, and Hark, as you can see, is our goblin hero, who is rather well geared up. Yeah, there should be no problem for Hark. There's such insolence to try to assassinate a hero of Saltnaham. Huh. Yeah, that wasn't going to work. Right, now on with the more interesting. Well, we'll leave the battles till later. The assassinations are quite quick to look at, but we'll go through battles in a moment. Just have a lovely sip of tea. Right, an unexpected event has occurred in Epernia. A few ice crystals. Alright, that's from our some of our province enchantments I think I cast to create water gems. We found a treasure in Lilithor, 488 gold, a small collection of elemental gems, and an amulet of anti-magic, which is not bad. So a pretty good event there. An unexpected event in Syria, new trade routes have opened, always good. And an unexpected event has occurred in Golem Range. An experiment in the arcane laboratory has gone awry. Strange energies were released, affecting one of your mages. Kame, the inferior Sun Pontifex, was wounded. Well, he's only an inferior Sun Pontifex, so... Oh, he's been shrunken? But you're size 1. I don't think they can shrink a size 1 character. Where's he's size 0. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. What? So he doesn't... I'm trying to think mechanically how that works. He doesn't take up any space on a tile? Okay, well, alright then, we have a size... He's size 0, so technically he doesn't exist anymore. He is worth no volume, no mass. Right, whatever. A worldwide event has occurred. Now I think this will be the global enchantment. Yes, a dire portent. Whispers on the wind speak the name of the Lord of Napskibos. No secrets are safe now that the wind speaks to their servants. Until their dominance of the air is ended, they will know all that occurs within their realm. Right, I can't quite remember the name of that one, so we'll take a look at global enchantments in a second. Right, there was a battle in Ferra, which we scouted, which we will just take a quick look at. Napskibos is attacking Moknos. Oh right, I see. It's the wind enchantment that provides free defenders in their lands, I think. So I'll just speed this up because there's quite a large force, and I don't think that Sylph will last very long. No, it didn't last very long. Alright, we killed a bunch of brigands. The Whispering Legion has left us, which is... I mean, I can't even remember who the Whispering Legion are now. Right, and we'll come back to the Fort in Oak Beach because there are a few battles we have to go through. There was a battle in Underspring. So, right, yes, there was a few independents decided to revolt from us. Yeah, the Druids. So, we brought our Demon Knights down here. Now, the Druid is a priest, so he will try to banish them, but I don't imagine he'll succeed at doing particularly any damage. And those Vinemen won't last very long. All those Demon Knights. Yeah, the Demon Knights are pretty damn strong. Once we can get some proper magic to boost them up, yeah. Oh, they're going to be very scary. The fear... well, they're basically heavy knights, but with fear. And better overall stats because they're demons. So, not bad. Right. We'll come back to Oak Beach. There was a battle in Old Flood, which is one of the water realms that we decided to attack with our small aquatic expansion force. Let's see. Yeah, we can cast Tropical Currents and Quickness. And there's Hindering Current. That should, I believe, that reduces their movement. And then we've got a Water Strike go off there. Right, well, they didn't last very long once we got in the melee, so Old Flood, no casualties, and we captured Modi's sea territories. There was a battle in Griffa. Yes, I think Modi came over the water and we split off one of our armies. They only have a small garrison force here, so this will be more or less... Oh, we killed their commander instantly with arrow fire, so... Oh, and there's Hark just going mad at the front there. Yes, Hark. I'm just curious, how many kills does Hark have right now? He's up to 12 kills in melee. Oh, there's a scary goblin there. I don't want to mess with him. Right, so that's that battle over. No problem. There's a battle in Nuptia. Or Nuptia. Nuptia. Yes. This is the Whispering Legion, led by Saladar. There's a few spectres and such, and we're just trying to, well, I suppose, leech a small amount of, yeah, it's our skeleton spamming army decided to capture a province from the Ludawatians to secure our control over the Underdark, which we have now done. So we'll come back to that. I think I might just leave them there, or move them up. Probably move them up. Right, we'll come back to that. So, Oak Beach. Oak Beach. Now this was an... so Modi is attacking us in Oak Beach, and... Well! Okay, so, who's ready for a battle, eh? This is probably the largest battle that we've seen in the campaign so far, so it's a good way to start off this, revival of the playlist of the series, if you would. So, let's see how this goes. Right, there's some Phoenix powers coming up now. I'm not sure if this army's going to be large enough. There's quite a lot of foul spawn and plenty of flyers as well. But we'll see. Are those... These seem to be Griffin and some Scorpions. Yeah, I think Modi's been using quite a lot of its nature magic to bolster its forces. And he's casting Flame Ward on his armies, so it'll make our fire arrows slightly less effective, but we'll see how that goes. And the Devil's taken quite a lot of fire there. Right. Oh, here comes Wind Guide. Oh dear, this might oh yeah, the exhaustion spell takes quite a long time to cast. So I'll just speed it up whilst it goes through that. Some fireball casting coming out now. Now they're quite heavily mobbed up together, so unfortunately it is cold provinces, so the fireballs aren't quite as strong, but oh, yep, getting some good kills with those fire arrows. Right, let's see how this goes. This is going to be quite a nasty battle by the looks of it. Oh no, those wolves are going to tear my goblin archers up. Alright. Or our wizards will just imprison them in fire. I mean, that works too. I'm wondering when Moddy's flying units will engage us. Fairly soon, I imagine. Well, I think we killed probably more goblins than we killed Medians there, but we'll see. Some of their men seem to be retreating, but they still have quite a large force on the field. Oh yeah, here comes the Median flying units. They're all over our ranks, actually. This could be quite bad. Whoa. So yeah, I think we can expect some quite hefty casualties here. Oh, Solve's actually been flanked by a bunch of Median Valspawn. Hopefully that doesn't become too much of a problem. Yeah, the flying units are causing us a problem because all of the archers are deciding to target them now, which is not ideal. Did Solve... Okay, I guess Solve decided to create a giant fire elemental. It doesn't bother me at all. I feel our front line is about to have a few problems though. Oh dear. Please. Right. I think we got rid of most of the flyers, so our fire should now focus back on the front. We have routed about half the Medians by the look of it. Or at least quite a sizable number of them. Oh yeah, just kill, that's no problem, just kill all of our imps. I suppose, yeah, and our Colossi line has decided to break as well. Oh, this has turned into a real mess. Right, oh, and there comes bloodletting again. Yeah, Solve is really really getting work done. Look at that. Our god is really he's really not satisfied until this world is his. And I think that's almost the entire Median army is broken now. So it should just be a case of mopping up. Right, and there's falling fires, which means I need to re-script my mages for because they're going to be using falling fires instead of fireball, or they should be rather. So we'll get that sorted out fairly soon. Yeah, our front line is routing, but our goblin archers are still in the combat. Now if we can kill a few more of them, that would be great. So I'm going to just speed it up to triple speed. So the Median army has routed, by the looks of it, in full flight. But we would like to get a few more casualties, because there's quite a lot of them here. A lot of their men are taking fatigue damage from the exhaustion spells, so if they fall unconscious that would be good as well. It looks like it poisons them as well, so a lot of them are starving. Oh right, I see. So the Medians are not actually capable of fielding these many units in one province, whereas we've taken measures to properly equip our commanders so so effectively we can bring these many units along. There's a direct flare hit there. Right, that should be the last of the Medians. Right, so quite a bloody battle, and we did lose, well, I mean a fairly large number. I can expect some wizard losses, perhaps even a few commanders as well that got hit with friendly fire. Might have to completely, that was a very good shot there, might have to completely change our tactics up, because, yeah, that's kind of casualties we ought to be avoiding, and yeah, the flying units are going to be causing a lot of problems in regards to that. So we did win, however, so the Medians lost one winged commander. They kept everyone else amongst their commander units. We found one endless bag of wine. I mean, sure. We managed to inflict a total of 377 casualties, which is about 2/3 of their army. I would say. Perhaps a bit more than that. So, pretty good. But we lost 2 inferior Sun Pontifexes, which is, I mean, I think they were just Sabbath slaves or something. So, no issues there. Hark was it? No, Badawi was in that battle, yes. Okay, so he survived, which is very important. We didn't lose any other commanders, which is good. We lost all of our devils. We lost 16 of the blood slaves. I think that's just because they died and they've now been refilled. A few heavy cavalry, which is no real issue. A few of our imps, some of our hunters, most of our elite skirmishers, about half of our spear warriors, and about half of our sacreds as well. So we lost 178 men to their 377. So it was a victory. But it was quite costly for us, and it might halt our advance. In fact, I believe it has, because the defenders of the fort in Oak Beach are repairing the fort faster than we can tear it down. So, we're unable to breach the walls in Oak Beach. Right, now I am aware that, given that we've just come back into this, I have spent quite a long time going over everything that's happened. So I don't want to spend too much longer faffing around, so let's get right into the turn. Now, I basically have to relearn what I was doing in the campaign. So, let's just go through commanders which are idle. So we've got Argius down here with his demon knights. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to need them on this front, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Lycians may have declared war on us in the previous few turns, if I remember correctly. So it's going to be difficult to move him out through the caverns, but we'll move him to Deep Wagor, and if we can, we do have a few resources here available to us, and he can command another. He can command about another 20 men. So we'll try get some more soldiers for him. Can we get a... I'm not sure if I want to train Colossi, because they're quite gold intensive, and we're going to need to start rallying up quite a few units. So let's get some more spear warriors because of their bow capabilities. I think that's just about... it's almost 30 of them there. Mbiu has some... can he cast Haruspex anymore? He can cast Haruspex, so he'll do that. These three are going to move up into Blue Waters, which hopefully, given that they are skeleton spammers, we should be perfectly fine just using them to spam skeletons. Disease, well, he's undead, doesn't matter. Disease, doesn't matter. All undead, so not a problem. V here, were you constructing things? It looks like you were. Well, we don't need you for that right now, so move to Golem range, because we're probably going to need you to pick up some more units. On that note, let's start recruiting some men in Golem range. Now, I really want to focus on getting the spear warriors because they have the dual purpose of bow and front line. So we need to try and get quite a lot of them. I think we also want to get some more Paramounts and Pontifexes on the front line, but I think I have quite a few just milling around. So yeah, right. We have a priest here. I think they were just running around building temples. Oh, here's our succubus. Right. Let's get the succubus. Did I make a cat? I did make a cat charm for the succubus. So, interesting thing about the cat charm. As you can see, oh, dream seduction. What's her seduction value? Doesn't actually say what her seduction value is, but I believe if I give her the cat charm, it will actually boost that. So we'll give the succubus the cat charm and move her. I'm trying to think where's the best place to move her to. I think for now we'll move her to Menace, and then we'll see what we can do after that. We have a couple of Ridwani was casting blood spells, which we definitely want him to continue. Now I do want a Ritual of the Five Gates caster at this stage, but I don't think we can actually boost his blood magic any further without empowering him. So he's got Bloodthorn, he's got Dwarven Hammer. He can't forge what we need. So we have a huge surplus of blood slaves. So I think what I'm going to do, just to get it out of the way, is just have him empower up to blood magic level 4, so he can start casting Ritual of the Five Gates. Because the more wizards we have casting that, the better. Right. So we have a scout over here. I'll move him up and move him up. This is our underwater expansion. Water Strike. I'm going to swap Hindering Current for what other water spells do we have? Let's see, Shock Attack. That's quite a short range spell. I think we'll just have them cast Water Strike for now. It's not particularly amazing. Maybe Encase in Ice. It's only one area of units, so yeah, we'll have them cast Water Strike. It's nothing particularly amazing, but it will have to do. Water Strike, Water Strike, Water Strike. It's something. We don't have particularly powerful water mages, so right now that will have to suffice. Right, where to... there's Moknos. That's actually Moknos's capital right there. Well, we don't want to... It doesn't look like they have too many units which can traverse the depths, so I'm just going to put a small garrison here, and then have these men... Do I feel like fighting Amber Clan? I'm not sure fighting the Amber Clan is such a great idea. I'll tell you what, I'll pull them back to Green Waters. Now, which throne is this? This is the Throne of the Moon. I believe that's a level 2 throne. So we have 8 points. The Throne of the Moon is worth 2. Now, I do want to see what thrones Modi holds. There is a throne here in Muspel. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the Golden Throne. So, if we captured the Throne of the Moon in Green Waters, like, we have control of it, but we haven't captured it. Oh, one moment, I'll have to probably cut this bit out. 1 second.